on. Hello. 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 Hello, everyone, and welcome, underwater rugby fans around the world. You are tuned in to the Underwater Rugby channel, broadcasting live out of Krefeld, Germany. We are about to watch the third match of the day between Betta from Moscow and Krefeld, the local club. In blue for Betta, I'm proud to introduce to you number 4, Yusila Samoli. Wearing number 8, Sergei Leonov. Number 9, Anton Churzin. Number 11, the captain, Viktor Krylov. Number 12, Ilya Azorov. Number 13, Tommy Suomalainen. Number 15, Jim Holmbeck. Number 16, Alexander Bakanov. Number 33, Alexei Pryazhnikov. Number 70, Riku Rikkonen. Number 80, Marco Enberry. Number 90, Jari Hovakorpi. And in reserve, number 19, Pablo Irazo, number 20, Stefan Nuncic, and 99, Tom Holmbeck. The head coach, Alexander Krylov. On the other side of the pool, in white, for Krefeld, number 4, Paul Werner. Number 5, Sasha Bogish. Number 6, David Kreisig. Number 7, the captain, Martin Meskis. Number 8, Graf Yannick. Number 10, Kehan Bebahani. Number 12, Alain Kabafian. Number 14, Carl Wilhelm Hole. Number 77, Manuel Gassner. Number 91, Nicholas Onkelbach. Number 95, Philip Large. Number 96, Maximilian Kating. And there's a full reserve table here. Number 2, Lars Lucas Viltjens. Number 3, Christian Jacobs. Number 9, Lucas Meskis. Number 11, Anis de Vachaldis. Number 20, Philip Kreisig. And number 37, Nadja Beefers. Head coach, Christian Jacobs. And the referees this match. On deck, the chief referee in this match will be Marcus Heckrath. And in the water, Heinz Brüberth and Rafael Tito de Moras. The score table, the scorekeeper is Natalia Boyko.
Okay, this should be a great match. The match we watched just before between Miles and Tutsinen was quite important for the league. Malsch got to test themselves against a very strong Tutsuner, which was not purely composed of Tutsuner players, but players from around Denmark who wanted to play in the Euroleague and were recruited, whereas Malsch was playing with pretty much their own organic club, and turned out to be quite a tough match for Malsch, and I think it's going to stimulate the improvement of Malsch. Now this next match, Krefeld, is also a newcomer to the league. They came in second in the qualifying tournament, and Betta is here, a mixed team composed of players from Finland and Russia, and one Colombian, Pablo Erazo. And Stefan Nuncic is from Austria. So Krefeld is expecting to play a physically tough match because Betta are strong and they're very good at fighting on the surface. And it's easy for the opponent to lose composure against Betta. Betta is very tough. They're erratic. Sometimes they can play better, sometimes worse. And at their best, they're very difficult. Krefeld's got young players. I think their average age is maybe around 24. And Martin Meskis, their captain, is a very inspirational guy. So they're putting faith in development of their club. And this will challenge these younger players who maybe have not had this sort of experience in international play before, especially since the German national team is not easy to make. So this is the kind of experience that a German club player needs in order to compete for a spot on the national team. That would be a reasonable assumption to make. So there's a lot to prove here. Today, of course, well, there's Martin Meskis, captain. The Golden Ball competition is also taking place, and they're one of the best clubs in the world. Bamberg, maybe the second or third best club, depending on how you calculate things. But now it's Krefeld and Betta, and both teams got to the ball about the same time. Meskis fighting for the ball. He loses that. Krefeld looking for the pass, but the ball ends up drifting down to the bottom. Enberg trying to get it off, and it's going to manage just to get it to Holmbeck. Betta over at the goal, putting pressure on Krefeld. Krefeld put a lot of pressure on themselves by joining the qualifying tournament, but even before it was played, it was agreed that the Euroleague would meet here in Krefeld, so it would have been terrible if they had not qualified, but they did. So and now, I think that's someone you will recognize. Niklas Onkelbach lost his fin. He's a very tough player. Krefeld now coming in towards Betta's goal, down at the bottom. a long pass over to the right side, and Maximilian Caton forced up to the surface. They come out of the scrum, and this of course is a key. Uncle back there, he's got his fin back on. This is a key for Krefeld. They have to be able to deal with the Betta surface fights, which are very difficult, tiring, and disturb the rhythm of the game. And now we see Betta coming over. And this is one reason that Unkelbach's a very important player, because he's big, strong, and can hold on to the ball without expending himself completely. So that he's a player who can bring stability. Meskis picks up off the ground at the bottom of the pool. Paul got his legs are trapped. He's looking for a pass. He finds Meskis again. Meskis heading over. Betta's missing Boyko, one of their top goal scorers. He's been out of action for a year now. They don't know what his intentions are, whether he's going to play or not. Victor Krylov, the captain of Betta, is one of the key players who feeds the ball to the others, and their goal scorers, Holmbeck and Suomalainen. So even though Boyka's not here, they do have a potent offensive threat. I think it was Azorov pass over to the side. Holmbeck. Krefeld testing themselves in this surface scrum play that Betta is so fond of, and Krefeld beats Betta to the ball in the corner, heads up the side. Unkelbach, as you can see, he can hold on to the ball with relative ease. And now Krefeld's coming in, long pass out to the center, and they're challenging referee Holt. Roughing.
White free throw.
So a free throw awarded to Krefeld. Betta's style is physical, and that's something that Krefeld is well aware of. And attack on the strangling called against Betta.
Attack against the neck. White free throw.
So a choking call against Betta will allow Krefeld another opportunity to set something up. They get to breathe a second. They put the ball into play. Swimming straight down to the basket. They pass over to the other side, and Tommy Suomalainen holding the ball outstretched, out of reach. Overkorpi. Bakanov delivers it over to the teammate on the right side. And now they're coming in from the bottom. This is good for Betta. They've got the position by the goal. Forechecker manages to get a grasp on it, but not a good situation for Krefeld. They managed to get the ball out. Can they clear their own zone? Oh, nice play there. Fighting forward and going straight in all the way over to the other side. And he's got the open goal for a moment. And now they lose it, but it was a threat, definitely. And don't forget, this is Krefeld's home pool. They know they can feel the distance that they have to cover and plan time-wise better than any other team here, of course. Eskis locks up Betta. Ionov forced to the surface, a scrum. Samali coming in from above. Oh, they managed to kick the ball out. Suomalainen gets it over to a teammate on the right side, but they lose it. And a fast break by, no, they're 1-on-2. He says, nope, can't do that. Swims a little bit backwards. Finds Kafian. I see how to pronounce his name. Kavafian. So Krefeld is doing pretty well in facing up to the pressure from Betta, though Betta has had some tough attacks. But as Betta becomes more accustomed to the pool, we'll see if they begin to threaten more often. Krefeld stabilizing possession in the corner, and they became too static there, lost the ball. And luckily for them, Betta was unable to quickly get their way out. Betta's going forward with every pass now. Methodically, Ikunen coming over. He grabs the back's leg. Krylov comes over. Keep the attack going. Oh, these guys are strong. You don't want to let them get the goalie around the neck. That won't be good. Krefeld stabilizing. Got up onto the surface into the scrum. But of course, Krylov and company love fighting up there on the surface. And Rikkonen pulling on the back's legs. He got Niklas Onkelbeck up, but Onkelbeck goes back in and takes the ball away from the player who got the pass. Long pass, succeeds. Yannick, he's looking for an outlet. He finds him, his teammate is wrapped up, and in trying to get the ball out, he manages to get to Onkelbeck. Yannick again. And up to the surface goes Krefeld, and then one breath and a dive down. A long pass, good to Yannick, who's fighting. He loses it though, and Betta taking it the other direction as quickly as they can.
Ball above the water.
Out of bounds.
Free throw wide.
So Betta pushed the ball out of the water, and they've lost it.
Timeout wide.
Timeout called by Krefeld.
Ich stopp das Timeout selber. Nee, lass mal.
There we see Stefan Nunic over on the other side. Played for Vienna, born again with Betta. Krefeld in discussion. This is a great test for Krefeld because these younger players
10 seconds.
who don't have this experience, some of them are going to find that they like this kind of tough play, and it stimulates them to raise their
Teams
game.
get ready, please.
And you don't know who's going to flourish under pressure like this. But so far, Krefeld has been hanging on, have not surrendered a single point. And Betta has had better chances, but they haven't managed to score yet. And so Krefeld with their free throw, they put it into play. And they come in over on the left side and back out, holding out of control. Now moving the ball back over to the center. Meskis gliding over to the right and then up, down to are fighting to get in to the basket. Meskis, they swarm all over the Betta player who's taken the ball from them and locked up. They battle on the surface. I don't think this is good for Krefeld to fight on the surface with Betta, but they have to do it, and they have to come out with the ball at least 50% of the time to stay even in the match and protect their own goal. But they managed to take this one. Unkelbach, the pass is deflected, and Rico Rikkonen unable to hold on to it. Unkelbach coming back down, and he gets the ball off to his teammate. He's looking for a pass. They're on the side, forced up to the surface. Again, that's Unkelbach is a key player for Krefeld because he can meet most of the Betta players one-on-one and wrestle for the ball without having it ripped away from him. And somebody has to do that in this kind of situation where you have such a physical team as Betta is. Didn't see the player coming, blindsided. Krefeld, the pass to Gassner is impossible, too long. Unkelbach again. Over on the left side. On to Meskis. Passes back to his teammate in the corner. They keep it possession. And trying to stay in the corner, cost them the ball, but they get it back here with some aggressive forechecking. Nice. Really goes forward, pass up, and then backwards Krefeld forced to swim to the bottom of the pool to recover the errant pass. Batted away, and a lot of Gassner had to fight hard to stop Holmbeck from going forward, and Betta moving the ball around on the side here. The first half is almost over. The score is 0-0. And the game clock on the screen shows 30 seconds, but the actual clock could be a few seconds different.
Half time.
There. Halftime. So Krefeld is going into halftime not having given up a goal, so that has to feel good for them. Count that as a successful start to the season. Their first ever Euroleague match. And Betta had probably more threats. 4 or 5 times they were moving around the goal. And it looked threatening. Krefeld maybe had 2 or 3 good threats, but now it's halftime. The players have a chance to talk it over. And we're going to show you highlights now of the first half and rejoin you again in a few minutes. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Okay, the action has resumed again here in the second half. You're watching Betta versus Krefeld. Krefeld, the home team. And the score is 0-0. Betta has the ball on the surface. They managed to lure Krefeld players into the scrums, and they will pass down. Krylov will take it. They'll look for someone like Holmbeck or Suomalainen, or could be anybody. Take it in. Down on the bottom into the corner. I think it's Krylov there. Going up to the surface. Azorov. Down to Pryachnikov. They're moving around in the corner here. But now they get tied up. And it'll be interesting to see who comes out with this. Krefeld fighting on the surface, tiring. Betta has got a good attack going. Veskis locks it up. Good, dangerous situation there for Krefeld. They managed to come up with the ball, but that was a threat. They escaped this up to the surface. Azora trying to strip the ball away from Bogish. Oh, there are too many Betta players there. Bogish will have to give it up. And that's another, nice behind the back pass, but it bounced wrong. Krefeld up to the surface for one breath of air. And what's he going to do with it? He's going to go into the corner. He has a teammate below. And another teammate comes in to take over. Locked up. Very good. Krefeld's managed to hold on to the ball here. Veskis using the back as a post. Kahan down to who is Krefeld coming in. They've got people around the basket, but the pass was too long, picked off by the back, and now Krefeld forced to go on defense, but they deflect the ball, hold on to it. Onkelbach on the bottom, just waiting. But now it's a Betta ball. Krylov on the surface, swimming over. He looks down to see what might be in his way. Swims around one player. Betta using ball handling skills and lie on the surface, move the ball around. Drops down to the bottom. First to the ball, Krefeld. Philippe Large went and got the ball. She was in grabbing the ball carrier. So 0-0 here in the second half. Krefeld two players and a pass way out in front. Nicely done. Now there's a chance to come all the way to the goal. 2-on-2. The handoff ends up going straight to the goalie, and the goalkeeper drifts up to the surface. Halt to the action. Holding called against.
Holding, white, free throw.
Holding against Betta. 8:40 showing on the TV screen clock. Krefeld puts the ball into play. Over on the right side. Oh, long pass, no holding called. Enberg comes up with it. Uselet trying to move forward on the surface.
Ball outside of playing area, blue free throw.
Free throw awarded to Betta for a ball that went out of bounds. Passes on the surface. And Betta's all the way over. Krajnikov is not a very large guy, but he's an experienced player and knows how to hold on to the ball. .649 showing on the game clock. And Betta holding on to the ball. When Krefeld goes to try and forecheck and take the ball away, they have to make sure that they have covered the player on the other side who's going to get the pass. Because if you have two players committed to that kind of a move, you're short-handed. Betta up to the surface, between the legs, Krefeld on the bottom. Doing well. A 0-0 game would probably count as a
Attack
success
against the head. White free
for
throw.
Krefeld.
Warning, blue number 4. Habt ihr das? Verwarnung, warning, blue number 4.
Yusula Samali has received a warning for rough play, attack on the head.
Wer hat das Timeout?
Timeout. Timeout called.
Blue timeout.
Timeout by Betta.
Timeout, blue team. 4. Blue.
Timeout for Betta. Oh, we see Raphael Tita de Morris lying in the water. Timeout should be done soon. I'll take a look at the Facebook page, see if I figured out where comments are coming in. Somebody tag my name in the comments and then I'll find out where they are. If on Facebook you're tagged, you'll see it, right?
Teams get ready.
Second half about to begin. Someone asked me how things are going, and I'm telling them, and so scored the first goal of the season. Action has resumed here. Neither team has scored yet. Betta has had the edge in possession, but it's gone back and forth, and Krefeld has been skillful in sealing up their holes, and they've got the ball now, and they lose it. Unkelbach holds on. Suomalainen brings it into the corner. He's up at the surface, he's diving down, looking for the goalie, chucks it over. Tough situation for Krefeld. Oh, nicely done. The ball carrier was challenged, and just that little aggression by the back who came away from his spot and stole the ball made all the difference. Surface scrum. 3:36 showing on the game clock on the score television screen. I think Krefeld could be pretty happy with the 0-0 first match against an experienced Betta, but see how aggressively they go towards the goal. They've had a harder time getting in and holding on and moving the ball around the goal, but they have been there. And Martin Meskis and Gassner, and they could come in at any time and exploit a crack and slip right through. So for the moment at least, Time is going 2:25 left on the clock. Both of these teams are tired now, and these scrums are draining. Free throw called in favor of Betta.
Free throw wide.
Down to the bottom. Long pass out. Krefeld above the goal and looking for a teammate to take over the grinding work around the goal. And they're doing pretty well. Working over to the right side. A long pass is picked off. No, it's not picked off. Drifting up to the surface with about a minute left in the game. Krefeld is set to finish the game with in a 0-0 tie, which I think would be a good result for them. But here in the last half minute, yes, Betta's got an open goal. .28 seconds left. Betta coming in from above. Ball bounces off the bottom. Yannick manages to get it loose, and holding is called. Not much time left.
Holding, loose, free throw.
So a free throw in favor of Betta. Krefeld's shouting.
You had one timeout.
No timeouts left.
You had one timeout. One timeout per half.
Krefeld's trying to call a timeout, or so some dispute here over whether Krefeld could call a timeout. The referee said no. Betta comes in from above. Oh, pass down, bounces. Oh, they've got a chance. Can't see it. So the game ends in a tie. So a good result for Krefeld. I'll see if I can get Martin Meskis to come and talk about what happened.